Everybody, to another episode of Lucas Live here. We are excited to be here with you guys another morning. You may be watching this by replay right now. Listen to this as a podcast. You may be on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Periscope. You may be out in the stratosphere, out in the space. I don't know where you're at, where you're watching, where you're listening from, but welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you. We're here on multiple platforms, and we're putting this on more platforms. If you're watching this now, listening to this now on Spotify or Apple iTunes or somewhere crazy, this is a new thing for us. We're just getting these things rolling. We're going to be getting these things out as podcasts. But right now we record live in front of a live audience, a live virtual audience. And we have a lot of fun here on Lucas Live. If you've never been here before, my name is Lucas Tyndale. I will be your host today, and I have an amazing guest today. He's going to share his story with us. And we're going to have some real conversations, man. It's so cool. This is a guy who has had a level of success that a lot of us want to have. I think a lot of times we think about how can we reach our goals and whatever we're talented at. A lot of us know him as a talented drummer, but he's also an MC. He's a host. He's a person who's about his community, about children, about people, about love, about peace. But he's a person at the end of the day. Mr. Elec Simon is going to be here today. I can't wait to have this conversation with him. He's a friend of the show. He was on the show back in the day, okay? Back when we were just getting started. Back, in the old school, within the first month, he was on the show and he killed it. I mean, just having a real conversation, man. He's just a real guy. And even as he and I were talking this morning and I was talking about, some of what we're going to talk about today. I'm like, can we talk about this? Can we talk about that? He's like, man, I want you to win. He said, I want you to go higher and further than me. He's like, when you surpass Ellen and everybody, he's like, I just want to say that I helped you get where you're going. I just want to be there for you, man. It's just about helping a friend. And I mean, that's huge for me because Elec is somebody who I looked at from a distance and I have always had so much respect for and admiration for the work that he was doing. And now to call him a friend, now to be somebody who I can call, who I can text, who we talked about deep things in life together, and it means a lot to me. I've been very blessed through this show, through this platform, and through being a part of this community to get to know some great people. So I want to welcome you guys to the show. I see you guys jumping in. Thank you guys who are making comments. It's always great to see. I see you guys. Thank you, Miss Corinne Marie Tyndale, my lovely wife. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. I see those of you who said share it in the comments. Tamika Jones, welcome to the show. Miss Sharice Grantham, so glad to have you. Miss Erica D. Burr, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here in the audience. Ebony Hilltastic, Ebony Akron, welcome to the show. Ebony Akron, shout out to her and her book From 45 and Single to 45 and Married. Check that out at bookebony.com, bookebony.com. She also does relationship coaching. Shout out to my good friend, Miss Ebony Akron. Jaysha, Lily, thank you so much for being here. Miss Amanda Jean Dukes, our wonderful producer. Glad you're here with us this morning. Miss Christina Sanders, glad to have you. Herschel Chenault, thank you for being here. Everybody who's commented, thank you for commenting. Everybody who shared, thank you for sharing. Everybody who's watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. If you're not watching live, don't feel left out. Don't turn away. How many shows have you watched and you didn't get to see it live? How many shows do you watch and you didn't get to be a part of the live studio audience, but you still enjoyed the show? Enjoy the show. It's a great show. Stay tuned. If you're busy this morning, you have things going on and you can't stare at your screen. I mean, I appreciate you looking. I appreciate you, peering in here, looking at the show and my beautiful set, my beautiful background here. I appreciate that. But if you can't because you're getting ready for work or getting your kids ready for school or you about to work out or whatever you got going on, or you're watching this by replay and you're cooking dinner or whatever's going on, keep watching, keep listening, just at least listen, tune in, and enjoy the show today, okay? We're so glad to have you guys, everybody who's jumping in. Again, I always appreciate it. Hit those hearts wherever you're at. If you're on Periscope, kill those hearts. Give us some love. Facebook, hit those hearts, hit those likes, hit those laughs. Give us some love wherever you're at. If you're on LinkedIn, wherever you can share this broadcast so that others can see it, we always appreciate it. Again, today I have Mr. Elec Simon. He has had a level of success. He's traveled. He's played in front of some people that we've seen on TV, and he stood right there in front of them doing the gift that God gave him. And he's always had a warm reception. People have always loved his gift and love what he can do. I can't wait to see where he goes with this. And Elec and I have talked about it. We're going to be on the same stage somewhere someday doing something. And I can't wait for that day. But today we're going to be together here on Lucas Live. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the show Mr. Elec Simon. Welcome to the show, my friend.
What's up, Luke?
What's up? What's
How are
up,
you?
my man? Doing great, man. Doing great. Doing great. So glad to have you back, man. Welcome back. You are a returning guest. I appreciate you
Ah,
being here.
thank you, man. Thank you for having me. When your producer, when she reached out to me, I said, "Oh yeah, I'll cancel whatever meetings I got
I
for that."
love
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Definitely, man. Definitely.
Man, I appreciate the love and support. And you and I, we've talked. You know, we've had some late night talks. I called you one
Yeah.
night. A lot of people don't know. One night I called him. See, y'all see, I got these new tattoos, right? So I don't even know how to show them all. You know what I'm saying on the camera. But I got my mom's name with the rose, and I got some scriptures. I'm on my cameras all over here. Anyway, and I called Elec and I said, Elec, man, who does your tattoos, man? Your tattoos is where it's at, man. I need the person that you use. And he said, man, give me a second. I think he was in the middle of something. He said, man, I'm doing a show. And he texted me like, I'm doing a
Yeah.
show, man. I'm like, you texting me back? You in the middle of a show? He said, I'm doing a show. And I was like,
You're my brother, man.
man, he was like, but I'm going to call you. It was like midnight. He called me back like, I'm done, man. What's up? I was like, what? I was like, I'm in bed with my wife. I like creep out the bed like I gotta go. Like Elec is calling me, man. I gotta go see what's up. And you like, what's up, bro? Like you need something. Let's do it. So, man, I appreciate that so much, man. So you hooked me up with your guy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Drew.
Drew took care of me, man. I
And they
appreciate
look
that.
good, man. Like I said, the only thing you need now is a motorcycle,
Hey, man.
and
Hey,
and you be bad to the bone.
tell my wife, man. Hey, Corinne, I gotta get my
Hey,
motorcycle. All right, honey. All right.
Corinne, he needs a motorcycle,
I
please,
need a
please.
motorcycle right away. All right, this honey. I hope she'll understand. She gets it that I just need a quick little motorcycle. It's no big deal. Small purchase. So Elec, let's start a little bit with we talked about your story and your journey. We've talked about it on the show before, and you've shared it in other ways. But I'd love to help people understand, how did you get into some of the things that you got into? Like you did Stomp, you got in with the what was the Q Sticks. I believe you guys have changed your name now
Yeah, to the 216
to
sticks.
the
Yep.
216 Sticks. So how does somebody from Ohio, I believe, what area are you from? Steubenville is.
Steubenville, yeah, Ohio Valley. I just say Ohio Valley because when you're from the Ohio Valley, you're from everywhere. I'm from Martins Ferry, Wheeling. I was born in Wheeling Hospital. West Virginia is right across the bridge. Pittsburgh's even 45 minutes away, and Steubenville, Smithfield, Ohio. I'm from the Ohio Valley. I say I'm from the Ohio Valley because my dad, what I'm saying, my biological father's from Steubenville, went to Steubenville Big Red. My mom is from Martins Ferry, Ohio Valley area.
Uh-huh.
So but then I grew up in Smithfield, Ohio, small town, Smithfield, Ohio, in the Bellhaven Apartments, and that was our projects, I guess,
Is that
in a
right?
country town. Yeah,
It was like, all
and
right,
I'm
good.
proud. So I lived everywhere. Lived in Steubenville, Ferry, you know what I'm saying, Smithfield. But I lived everywhere. So the Ohio Valley raised me pretty much.
So how did you go from the Ohio Valley to the level of success that you had? Like, what was your first thing that you did where people were like, how did you get there? Like, how did you do that? What was the first big thing that you really felt like, man, I'm getting some momentum here?
Well, to be honest with you, Luke, I come from a big family, and my family, majority of the family is Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
Cleveland. So family reunion time, everybody from Cleveland comes down to Ohio Valley or we have it up there in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
But the family's huge, and I went to Akron U, played played football for Lee Owens. Went to Akron and Joe Palmisano. Went to Akron U, played ball, and then I auditioned. I left the school and moved to New York City. I went to Akron U for like 3 years and then left, and I said I'm just done with school. School's not for me,
Right.
and it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just had to follow that voice. I
Right.
said school's not for me, and I went to New York and I got my job. I got in Stomp. I auditioned against 15, 1,700 people, and they only wanted 8, and I got picked, and that was weird for a small town country boy to get in a major one of the longest running shows in New York City and still running till today. So that
And
was you know
that was huge. That was big. I mean, when I mention even the people who don't really know who you are, people from out of town, people from somewhere else, and I'm like, he was in Stomp. People are like, Stomp, Stomp, like stop. Like the real stop. Like that's a big deal. I mean, you met some people while you were doing that as well. So as you've toured, who are some of the people you've had a chance to meet through some of your experiences?
Oh man, Usher watched one of our shows. Quincy Jones was in the audience of one of the shows.
Wow.
Man, who else?
Just
Howard Hughes.
Q, just Q. You know,
Yeah,
just you know,
Quincy Jones.
Quincy
I remember.
Jones. No big
Yeah,
deal.
the house manager Paul came back and said, "Hey, Quincy Jones is in the audience. Don't do nothing extra." You know what I'm saying? Because once you know a celebrity is in the audience, you want to overperform.
Right.
You know, it's just like and then like even like with Pieces of a Dream tour, when I know there's other people on the same show as us and they're backstage watching, like when Tom Joyner and Ricky Smiley was backstage in Miami when we played Dolphin Stadium. When I remember when Tom Joyner and Ricky Smiley was the stage left, my solo, man, I was trying to be like super solo. I was trying to do extra stick throws,
Right.
catch on my back, and I mean I landed, and Ricky Smiley was back here on the side, like just pointing at me like this, like grooving, and Tom
Right.
Joyner was like this, because they love Piece of a Dream. It's just like
Yeah.
and even Anita Baker, she stepped out and even like watched a little bit of the show, and I'm like, wow. Anita's watching me. It's just small things like that. But Luke, to be honest with you, I was treating them like everybody else because everybody deserves a great show.
Yeah.
Everybody, I don't care if it's the family just coming to New York City to see a Broadway show, off-Broadway show. Everybody deserves a great show. But yes, it does add.
Yeah.
It does add when somebody big is out there who you grew up watching.
That is really, really cool. And I think a lot of people don't realize, and I think the cool thing about your story is coming from a small town, like I'm from Canton, and you live in Canton now. People from Canton, we feel like we're from the smallest town you could be from. We're like, man, if we made it out of Canton, and you like, your town was half of Canton, right? Like, you got to claim a valley just to have enough people.
Yeah, you got to claim a valley. In my town, Smithfield was probably 800 and capacity 890 people.
Man.
890 people. I grew up, just strong, baling hay, working on farms, cutting that grass, getting on a four-wheeler, fishing. That's me. But then you drive 20 minutes up the road, you're in the hood. You're in Steubenville. You know what I'm saying? You're in Steubenville. You're in East Wheeling. You're in Wheeling. You're in Ferry. You know what I'm saying? Another half hour, you're in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? But then the other way, Lucas Tyndale, an hour and 25 minutes, you're in Canton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So where I grew up is like you can get to anywhere quick, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was just a lot of people don't think you can make it when you're from a smaller town. That's a bunch of baloney. So any young musician, any young artist watching this, just know that you can make it. You don't have to be from a big city. When I auditioned for Stomp, I was beating people from L.A., Atlanta, New York City, Detroit. Man. When they was matching us up, I'm just looking in my mind, saying in my head, like, I'm about to smoke you.
Wow.
I'm about to.
So what does the audition look like? You beat him at doing what? Wrestling? What'd you do? Choke him out? Elec, what was it, man? Like, what was y'all doing? You was like, stomp. You was stomping on people, right? That's not what it was?
No,
it wasn't wrestling or what?
No, they tell you. They give you combinations. They see how you can play.
Okay.
They see how you can drum. What are your talents? Some people can just do one thing.
Right.
Some people can just do one thing, and that's great. You can master one thing. And I'll be honest, I haven't mastered not one thing. I've mastered motivating people. That's one thing I've mastered. But as far as craft, tap dancing, I haven't mastered that. Percussion, I haven't mastered that. Bucket drumming, I haven't mastered that. MCing events, I haven't mastered that. And that takes a lot for people to be honest and say you haven't mastered. I'm a man of many traits, but I haven't mastered one thing. I heard Floyd Mayweather tell somebody that he told an interviewer, he said, you're a guy of many traits, but you haven't mastered anything. He's like, I mastered the sport of boxing. And he's true. And if people can humble themselves and actually say, well, I haven't mastered anything yet, but you're good at a lot of things.
Yeah.
And in the audition, Luke, I just, I pulled everything out. I pulled everything out. From vocals to tap dance.
Really?
As big as he is, I'm light on my feet to drumming, just the way you drum and just the way you perform. You got to bring it all. You get one chance. You get one chance. You got to bring it to the table.
I love it. I mean, it's funny because I saw you tap dancing in a video you posted. I'm like, is that brother tap dancing? And then I heard you singing. You were like singing in front of a crowd. You was like emceeing an event and singing. I'm like, Who is this? Is this a variety show? Like, what year is this? Who is this guy? Like, this is crazy. Like, so, I mean, that's a cool thing. So, talk to us a little bit about MC and hosting events and how you've had a chance to bring all of that together. I can't imagine having a more lively host for something than a singer, tap dancing, drumming, flipping the drumsticks kind of a dude. Like, what's up? Like,
well, I mean, to be honest with you, Luke, like Lewis Howes is a big name. Instagram, Lewis Howes, he's the School of Greatness.
Yes,
you know?
huge podcaster.
Lewis Howes is huge, and that's like my brother now. We talk on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Like in a week, if I text him, he'll text right back.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm his co-MC for the Summer of Greatness.
That's crazy.
For his big convention, and then Leanne Rhymes. I mean, other big names. Ed Mellett. You know what I'm saying? Just different big name podcasts, motivational speakers, and for me to co-MC that, it was like, wow,
that's
huge.
I
can do this. You know what I'm
saying? Some of the greatness
is
huge. Lewis Howes literally has one of the top probably 10 podcasts ever. Huge.
Yes, and I'm definitely gonna connect y'all two. I'm definitely, a lot of people. That's another thing. Us as black people. I'm just gonna
go ahead. Let's go.
I'm sorry. It was getting me.
Yep.
Us as black people, we hold on to things because we don't want nobody else to get it. Nobody else is gonna give up. One of my mentors, William Johnson, told me, he said, Elec, if somebody knows you're better or somebody knows you're good, they're not going to introduce you to something.
Yeah.
They're not going to introduce you to it because they don't want you to take their seat.
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, dude should have put me on with this tour because he has this story, and they're like, no, Elec, we're not going to do that because that tour might say, hey, we want him instead.
Yep. That's
what the thing is. As African American people, we have to stop being a bucket full of crabs.
Yes.
If something's there, open it up. Even if now listen to this, Luke. I know I'm off the radar, but listen, you know me.
Yep.
That's what I said.
Let's go.
I'm able to call you at midnight.
That's right.
People can't do that.
Yep.
You call me, same thing.
Yep.
Artists, young artists, any rap artist, any musician, anything, anybody in Canton. Listen, there's going to be people that don't like you.
Yeah.
There's going to be fake love. There's going to be fake support.
True.
I know people right now that don't really like me. They follow me just to probably see what I'm doing. And I know they don't like me. They're like, Elec, cool, but so I don't get down. Okay, it's cool.
Right.
But I'm still gonna shine light on you. I'm still gonna root for you.
Yep.
Even though somebody don't like. There's a podcast person. There's an interviewer out there that probably don't like Lucas Tyndale. For what?
You're right.
But Luke is still gonna pray for them. He's still
That's right.
He's still gonna. He say, man, I'm proud of you. So listen, artists and musicians out there, anybody, even at the workplace, from your 9 to 5, there is going to be people in your own city and around you who do not like you, but still pray for them, still be humble, still root them on.
Yep.
Because people watch out for phony support.
Yep.
Watch out for that. Just be careful. And I'm telling Lucas Tyndale, same thing. Be careful for phony support, but when it's phony, still love them because that's what God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Like I always say, I don't ever want to, disrespect nobody. Mine is God.
Yep.
Mine is God.
Mine is God. Whatever you want to call it.
Mine is God. Let God move through you and just pray for them and just keep supporting people. But
that's big, man, and that's different.
It's tough.
That's a different mindset because a lot of people are always looking for an opportunity. It's like I always think, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. But beyond the country, what about your community? Beyond the community, what about your family, your friends, the people you say you love, people who you say you support, right? Like for me, when I first reached out to you talking about you coming on my show, man, I had like 10 viewers. Man, you brought more viewers to my show than I had ever seen. I was like, who are these people? Like, I don't even know what's happening. Man. Literally, I was like, I had never had that big of an audience when you first came on my show, and still even the views that it still gets and that it gets on YouTube. It's like, man, but you were like, no problem. No doubt. Let's go. Yeah. What do you need? Whenever you need it, let me know. It's like, that's a different type of mentality. And you like live what you practice what you preach, right?
I try to, Luke. And like I said, I tried to, and like, I got to give props to you even on your own show because when I talked to you that day, I told you, it's a trigger. So, and I'm a weirdo. I have mental problems. I know that, but I'm not afraid to say that in front of the live and on the Lucas Tyndale show. It's only going to help somebody else.
Absolutely.
Like I had a major anxiety breakdown yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I just had to be real with myself. But just like you helped me that night. Something you said to me, I was like, man, I told my girl, I was like, Luke said something to me that helped me really good. You said, Elec, You said, Elec, I looked up to you. You said, Elec, I watched you from afar. We became friends. We became brothers. And I appreciate you. And you said, the world needs you. And then right there, right when you said the world needs you, I'm like, I actually had to lace my boots up tight. I said, you know what? Lucas Tyndale said the world needs me. I need to suck this up.
Man.
I promise you. I put down everything I love. And I don't know if anybody's ever told you that. And I'm just being honest. You helped me through. You helped me through that.
We need you, man. I mean, I was so serious. I mean, literally, you guys, we were talking. It was probably midnight a month ago, maybe a month and a half. Top of the pandemic. We're all locked in. Alex got tours getting canceled. All his stuff is crumbling. And he's out here just trying to stay positive. Then we got Black Lives Matter movement going on. People are like, Elec, you're not doing enough. He's like, what else? Like, who made me Malcolm X all of a sudden? Like, I'm trying to do my thing, right? He's like, I'm trying to help, but, I did my thing. Can I go ride my bike and have some fun? What's up, right? So we talked about stuff. I was like.
Yeah. Look, you remember it was, bro.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
Oh, May, that was the craziest time. But I just believe God was like saying, bro, I'm about to throw a fireball at you, and is your mitt ready to catch this?
That's deep.
It stung my hand. I was like, Lord, you threw that ball hard, and I took my glove off. But God, I put my glove back on, and I'm ready to catch whatever you got for me right now, because there's nothing I can't get through now. It's like I was mentally, and I'm still, like I said, just and I'm not afraid to talk about it anymore, because I'm set free. I'm set free, and I understand where people was coming from when they said, Elec, understand where we're coming from. And that's the hardest thing to do, Lucas. It's hard to sit down with somebody that don't agree with you. It's the hardest thing to do, is sit down with somebody that don't agree with you and actually talk and actually respect each other, and then get done and say, all right, love you. All right, man. Hey, I'll see you later, or thanks, man, or I see you. You know what I'm saying? People have to do that. The world has to do that. Yeah. And us as a small community, I forget who said, my big bro, Kenny Peterson. He lives right above me.
He's on here. He's on here.
Is he on here?
He's on here. He wanted to know why you were a Michigan fan, but we were gonna let that go. We'll get back to that.
We'll let that go. Kenny's a crazy. But anyway, Kenny Peterson teaches me a lot. And he always says, Elec, you're doing stuff that people want to do. You've made it. You're doing things. Just stay afloat. Don't drift back to try to make people happy.
Wow.
I was like, Kenny, what you mean? He's like, don't come back here. Stay up here.
Yeah.
Stay up here. Marcus Berger told me the same thing, Berger. He's Berger said, Elec, you're up here. He's like, Elec, don't fall back. Who cares what's going on around here?
Yes.
But me, I wear my heart on my shoulder, and I love people.
Yes.
I want everybody to be there. And people in the city know that, Elec, I don't bother nobody. I am not nobody's business. I just do me, and I just say, hey, love y'all, peace, been out. But the thing about it is, Luke, like, even with you have a gift. You have a gift, and God is really, really blessing you, man. I don't think you see it. You're still in double sessions right now. You know what I'm saying? You're still practicing, and then pretty soon it's going to be opening night for you, and then and then you're going to be like, wow, look at this. Wow, this is what all my friends was telling me this was coming. Yeah, it's coming, bro.
I love it.
It's coming, man. You just got to stay focused, and if you don't have nobody hating on you, Lucas, if you don't have nobody saying nothing bad about you, or nobody giving you fake love, if nobody's doing that, I would worry about you.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't know. I don't know if you do have that.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. I know I have. As a matter of fact, I've had people say things to me about what I wasn't doing on my show and what I need to be doing. And people,
if you don't have that, Luke, you need to go in your bedroom, get on your knees, and say, Lord, something ain't right. Everything's going right. I don't have no haters. I love having people that don't like me. I love having people who's like, oh, he's going, because they really don't know me. I'm what you think I am, but you got to sit down and get to know me. People that really, really know me is going to love me and be there. But I'm just trying to be the best I can be in this community for kids. Kids is my thing. I want to help kids, so when they grow up, they can say, you know what, Brother Elec helped me through this. He helped me through this.
That's big. I thank you so much for speaking life into me and the opportunities to speak life into each other, man. And I'm telling you, when I said I was watching from afar, I was watching every newspaper article, every news outlet, every post, matter of fact, I tried to be your friend on Facebook a couple years ago, but you were at the max, so I didn't even know what that meant. I was like, it was like he can't accept anybody. I was like, what the heck does that mean? There's a limit? I was like, I don't know what that means. I was like, so I had to like follow. So you know, I couldn't fit.
Right,
I was
right.
like, well, I'm gonna follow him then. So I followed
Right.
you, and I was like, at least I get to see what he's doing. The cue sticks. I went to a Cavs game, and you're there doing your thing. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm telling my wife, like, that's Elec. He be at the barbershop. Like, this the dude, man. Like, that's him for real. You know what I mean? Like, a true fan. And I'm still a fan, and I'm still watching you, and I still see you do stuff. I be like, where he at playing the drum? Are you live? I don't know where he at. I'm like, he in a parking lot somewhere. I don't know where he at. I don't know what he doing. He will pop out a bucket and roll. He don't care. Like, he gonna do his thing somewhere. If the people are
man.
there and they was kids was playing, it was beautiful, man. I love you. You did
Man.
something downtown Canton. What was that? There was something recently that you did. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did a stop the violence drum circle.
Yeah.
I went back to the basics. You
Love
know,
it.
I might go on every corner in Canton. I'm thinking about taking my bucket on
Wow.
every corner on Second Street, on Short, just every corner in Canton, just playing my bucket by myself and just bringing music so people can come out there and say, "Yo, who's this? Oh, that's Brother Elec. What's up, Elec?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one thing I can go every part of the city and just be me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And like, I just wanted to do a stop the violence, you know, drum circle, take it back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? That's where I started on that ice skate ring, and it was great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Officer Sharp came down,
Yep.
Kenny came down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had just had, you know, it was just fun. Just to, you know, the kids came out. Some of the enrichment kids, Miss Betty's enrichment kids came out. You
Yep.
know, I just wanted to do something back to the base. Like I just want to just send some energy
Yeah.
into the world. But the number one thing is, like somebody told me, I was like, Elec, you have to understand everybody's side, and understand where everybody and God blessed me to understand that. I understand
Yeah.
where everybody's coming from.
Yeah.
You know, when this pandemic and everything going on, the protest, I understand now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just I think music is my thing, but then again, I know for a fact that my job, being in the community is one thing, but I need to go back to the basics, more into the community, like
Yeah.
I used to do. Sometimes you need to go back.
Yep.
Sometimes you're not going back, like as far as thinking, you need to go back and go, like that's why I did that drum circle downtown.
Right.
I'm not doing it in North Canton. I'm doing it downtown where everything's happening.
All right.
Do it
Love
here,
it.
bring my own people here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's just, you know, Luke, you know, I'm just me.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough, bro. I'm just me, and I'm blessed, and
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm still standing strong. I'm still here, and I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
What's it like being Elec? I mean, being somebody because with a level of success comes a level of expectation. I think Kenny said it here a second ago. Shout out to Kenny Peterson. He said, "To whom much is given, much is expected." Always remember that, you know, and that's
Right.
that's a blessing and a curse, right? It's
Right.
your God blessed you with so many gifts. So many gifts. I mean, and some people have gifts that people can't see. Some people have gifts that don't manifest in front of everybody, right? Yours are live on stage in front of everybody in auditoriums and schools, or even out on the street. It draws a crowd. Your gifts have made room for you, and clearly big spaces. With that, though, comes a lot of pressure, though, to show up and be Elec every day. Every time I see you, I love you, bro, love you, bro, love you, bro, and I love you too. And you're hurting sometimes, and I'm missing my mom and hurting sometimes. You said just yesterday you were going through some stuff. Help us understand what it's like, because all people see you as is somebody to give energy, life, and love, not realizing that you're somebody who needs it and somebody who hurts and grieves and deals with pain yourself. Who is Elec? What's it like being you?
That's a killer, man. I would say what it's like being me. I would say, I tell everybody I love them because that's how my mom taught me.
Yeah.
I have a lot of aunts. I told you I got a big family, big family. And my mom still says to say, my mom goes to Jerusalem. My mom and dad go to Jerusalem.
Yep.
Off of 3rd Street, off of Belgium.
Yep.
But then my mother-in-law, from my ex-wife, from Brandon, my mother-in-law, Mama, Miss Lula, Gerard and 2nd Street. I used to be over there eating all that. That's where I, so that was my mother-in-law's house for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? When it was Rite Aid, not Jolly General, when it was Rite Aid.
Okay.
2nd and Gerard.
Right.
Over there eating sitting on the porch, like this is second, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And and me and her would just be out on the porch. We go fishing. Me, you know what I'm saying? My ex-mother, we'd be out on the porch. She used to say, Elliot, she would have her little glass and twirl her little ice in her glass. Mama used to do that. She said, people love you. I said, Mom, she's like, people love you. And she said, Jehovah's going to protect you always. I said, she always used to say that. Just out of the blue.
Right. Like, for what?
My ex-wife's mom, I'm like, oh, Mama, what you talking about? She's like, Jehovah's going to protect you. I'm like, okay. And, and she was right. But, like, I haven't, like, when we would go fishing, me and Mama go fishing, we would just talk. And, I would just get knowledge from her. And she would say, Ellie, with everything you're doing out here, people have to know that you have feelings, too.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A lot of times, I won't show my feelings because I got to make sure this person's good, this person's good, this person's good. So can't nobody ever say it's fake love or anything with me because I'm gonna put you first before me.
Absolutely.
I think that's why I have anxiety attacks. Is I bury all my stuff
Interesting.
First. I bury all my stuff first so I can make sure Lucas Tyndale is fine.
Yeah.
Or I can make this more short so this person's fine.
Yep.
I make sure this person's fine. It's cool. Some people don't feel that way though. People have to understand that. Like after that protest, I realized, Elec, everybody's not gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
Everybody's not gonna see what you see. But listen, bro, it's a new day. Don't stop your train because at the end of the day, God is in control. Period. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that. Even with my anxieties and even suicidal thoughts. Yeah, I said it. Even suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes I was like, I don't want to live no more. I think it's too much pressure. I'm done. I'm done. But then again, something just clicks and said, "Are you stupid?
Man, we need you.
You have more stuff to do." If people don't understand, they see, "Hey, what's up, man?" And everything. Hey, what's up? Working out and the drums. Okay, y'all don't understand when the doors close.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking about all the stuff I have in my gut that I didn't get to express to nobody.
Wow.
It just weighs on you. It weighs on you. It weighs on you. It weighs on you. And I just try to even it out. Like I said, Luke, I get it, man. I get it. I know there's people, but you need anybody listening. You need the trials and tribulations. You need haters. You need people who's not going to support you. You need that to drive you. Because if everybody supported you, you'd be stuck.
Yep.
If everybody supported you, you'd be stuck. You need some type of fire. You need fire.
That's
you
right.
need fire in your butt. Lucas said that you need fire.
I feel it.
And you know what? I'm not wishing this on you, but I hope other people hate on you.
Yeah.
So when you turn back and you get that award, like, yeah, I started this. I'm from Canton, Ohio.
Yep.
Look at
my
award. Oh, what's up, man? You need tickets? Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Get him and his wife some tickets.
Yep.
Please. He didn't like me back here, but put him in the front row.
But I love him. Bring him up here. Right.
And give him a VIP pass.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So sooner or later, when you ask, if you keep God in you, like you told me, you keep God. And I'm not turning to a church service.
Hey, but that's real. That's real.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Hey, that's fair too. That's fair.
That's fair.
That's a reality. A lot of people can't admit that, man. Like trying to wrap our mind around God, the universe, all of it. What is life? Why this? Why me? Why? That's real.
Period.
People sitting in church pretending. People sitting in church saying hallelujah every Sunday, and they don't know if they're going to heaven or hell. They don't know if there is a heaven or hell. They don't know if there is a God or a Satan. They don't know if this is all a simulation, a game. The people don't know.
Wow.
And they sitting there. And they struggling, but they got to keep smiling because they in church. So I got to keep acting like it's all good. I get it. Whatever you say, amen, preacher. They like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You find your truth. That's why I say. People say this one lady say, how can you say the universe? How can you say the creator? Because I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I know a lot of people who don't believe. I know a lot of atheists who are great people who will give you their shirt off their back before somebody who's in church every single day.
Yes.
So I can't tell them, hey man, you got to do this. That's what's wrong with America now. We tell people they got to do something.
Yeah.
We tell people we got to tell, and then when the kids growing up, we feed. And I don't have the, you know what I'm saying? We feed. Some people feed their children what they was taught, other than letting their children find.
Yes.
Other than guiding them, let them find their own. Let them find their truth, because they're going to grow up and it's going to be a domino effect. Like, okay, well, I thought this was. Oh wow, I'm reading more. This ain't true. You know what I'm saying? But not saying that I was raised up in the church, and I know God for myself. I gave up on God before. I didn't believe. I gave up on it completely. Came back. You know what I'm saying? I said, God, I need to meet you for some coffee. I need to know the real. All this pandemic. God ain't got nothing to do with it. When two or three are gathered, I'm in the midst.
Yes.
God, you have millions of people in the midst right now, and you ain't showed up yet. But then people say, Elec, he's still here. Hey, just hold on, brother. He's okay. I'm still holding on. I'm holding on. Where's he at? Okay, so then take that part out of the Bible. Then, if you say two and three are gathered, he'll be in the midst. Take that part out there. If that's not what it is, because there's 2 and 3 million in the midst praying, saying, Lord, we need your help. People are running out of money. People are getting domestic violence. There's sex trafficking. There's everything. He didn't say it was going to be okay, though, Elec. He didn't say it. God didn't say it was going to be all right. He didn't say it was going to be peaches and cream. Okay, when is it going to be okay? So I'm reading the book. You're telling me to do this. I'm reading everything, and I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm struggling with now.
That's fair.
You have to wait. It's fair. You got to be patient. But I know when I call, when I'm really deep and I feel that little gurgliness in my chest, I was like, oh, there he is. I told you I was here, Elec. You just got to trust. Yeah. Because you were saying all this stuff, but you wasn't trusting as deeply as you could. Don't let me. That's a whole.
I get it.
Get me started. I had to. Lucas, I had to get it out.
I feel it.
I'm sorry.
And you're not alone. A lot of people are struggling with that, and it doesn't mean there is no God. It doesn't mean you don't believe there is a God. I think God is big enough for us to question him. I think God is big enough for us to search and find. He said, seek and you will find, knock and it will be, and I'll open the doors for you, right? Like he told us to do that. He didn't say just listen to what everybody tells you and accept it as the gospel, because people have twisted this thing around to make it fit whatever they want it to fit. We have to know him for ourselves. It is powerful. I look at the Bible as God's diary. It is a powerful thing that he left his diary, and all it was stories of how he interacted with other people in his life before and who he was, and he wants to give me some breadcrumbs, a trail to get to know him for myself. But that whole book is to build a personal relationship. So yes, I can read my wife's diary about what she did and all her life and what it was, and it will help me understand her better. It will help me know that she loves her creation, even though it's a messed up, flawed situation, but that ultimately she loves it, and ultimately she's going to work it out in the end, right? But after reading that, if I don't take that idea and translate it into a relationship, me and my wife have nothing. I can't read her diary and know her singularly through reading the book if I don't walk this out and ask her some questions for myself and deal with my frustrations and deal with our relationship. Any relationship has ups and downs. Even our relationship with God can go through it, and he's big enough, loving enough, caring enough, God enough to handle it. So we got to get out of that. I can never ask God a question. I can never feel distant. I got to stuff these feelings and go to church and smile and pretend like I agree with everything they said, when deep down, me and my dad are going through some stuff right now. That's it. And that's okay. Right? Wow. So I feel
Unbelievable.
I feel it.
Yeah, Luke, I mean, it's just like I said, and I'm not trying to stay on that. It's just, that is a big part of what's going on. Like, and I know, and I'm even going to go into your next question, because I think I know what it is about the pandemic. Yeah. Like, everything going on, like us artists, like, do you see this? Art is essential. Is an essential. Yeah. It is.
You're right. You're right.
Art is essential. My buddy Jimmy Sutherland from New York City brought that to me.
Wow.
He sent that to me in a T-shirt, and it's just like, it's just like everything going on. And just like I said, 2020 is like one long rehearsal for 2021. But then again, people, this is with the mask, it's with everything. See, I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna take a picture of Denzel and write a meme and write something over and then post it. I'm not gonna take a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio and say, "Oh, let me write this meme." What I'm really saying, I'm gonna go live, or I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go live. A lot of people hide, but my buddy Zach Adams said a lot of people hide behind memes.
Right.
A lot of people put a meme up. Okay, why don't
to
you
say what they felt. Yep.
Just say what you feel. Like, bro, I even got on live and said I thought Chubb was the best running back. And I got fired for that. And I'm a Steelers fan. Everybody know I love Steelers. Right. I was gonna make a meme about it and put Chubb and say, yes, okay, I give it to y'all. He runs the ball hard. He's the best. He runs hard. He's one of my favorites. I'm sorry. Right. But I'm a Steelers fan. Right. My boys was going crazy. Sid, BG. Everybody was like, oh,
what are you doing?
My Steelers fans was cussing me out, and then my Browns family people, they was loving me.
Right. He was like, come to the family.
Like, come on home.
Come on home. I like, come on home.
They're like, come on home.
Right.
But anybody listening on this show right now, 37 years old, 50, whatever, people say, like, don't hide behind a meme. Like, don't hide behind a meme. Like, pandemic, it's sad. It's like, musicians, artists, we get the unemployment stuff. It's just like, it's just like, yeah, it's a lot of things been canceled. A lot of people lost a lot of things.
Yes.
Businesses canceling.
But people
Small
don't think
businesses.
about artists. People don't think about you guys. The restaurant, they think about the restaurant owner. They don't think, well, somebody was playing a music in there.
Exactly.
The conference was canceled. They doing it virtual. That don't mean they bringing the music in virtually.
Man, listen.
Man.
This is just like, it's just like, Luke, it's just like, man, it's like, y'all don't understand. This can drive you up the wall for everybody. Knowing that you thought 2020, looking at your tour schedule. When I looked at my tour schedule, like, man, I'm playing some great places in 2020. I cannot wait to see them.
Right.
The tour schedule was off the hook. I'm just like, it's gone.
Wow.
It's gone.
Gone.
But I know it's gonna. But I know it's going to come back. I know it's going to come back slowly but surely. But what I wanted to say about the pandemic is, everybody, please respect everybody's decision about masks and about how they feel. Because right now the world is split down the middle.
Right.
There's people that sit there and watch the numbers and watch it and get glued in. And there's people that say, yeah, it's somewhat. Yeah, it's a real thing. COVID's real.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's some people say, oh, they're blowing it out of proportion. Then there's some people like, oh, it's not real at all. There's like 4 different things. So whatever you think, just keep your own. Like, I keep my own thoughts about it within me.
Right. To show respect to others. You're like,
I show respect. Hey, oh, my mask? Okay, yes, sir. Put it on. Oh, no mask? Oh, you good? You good? Okay, yeah. So what do you think? Okay, that's what's up. I don't say, yeah, you should put that on. You can't do that. You can't do that, people.
Right.
So everybody out there, just respect everybody's decision, how they feel about
they're feeling.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I feel it.
Just respect it.
I feel it. Yep. And if you walk in somebody's business and at that business they say you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. It's their business. It's like walking in their house.
Yeah.
That's respect to their business. That's respect to somebody's house. But if I invite you over to my house, and I've had friends and family over to my house, I don't expect people to walk in my house and wear a mask. That's just at my house. That's when we kicking in at my house. If you want to wear a mask, feel free. If we got room to be distant, it's cool. But if I walk in a restaurant or a business and I walking in the gym, they're like, I got to wear a mask till I get to the weight room. I don't know the difference when I get in the weight room, but whatever. So I throw it on and be like, hey, how y'all doing? As soon as I get to the weight room, boom, throw it off and I get my work in. Whatever, right? But I love that, showing respect. Elec, let's talk real quick. Let's pull back a little bit. I don't have a lot of people on my show who are bigger than me, okay? And when I look at you, you got guns blazing. Somebody asked you to put the guns away earlier. Somebody said, I think it was Steve Beatty. He said, tell Elec to put the guns away. It's too early in the morning. Then Steve said it earlier, I think. Elec on here with the whole gun show on, with the Second Amendment. If you could, so working out is a big part of what you do. When did it become such a big part of what you do, and what does that do for you? Because I know as somebody who works out every day that it does something for you. What's that? Why do you do it? When did you start, and what does it do for you?
Working out is the sanctuary, the gym. We just go hard in the gym. We just that's my thing. Like I said, I'm a nice guy. I'll give you anything. But then again, I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm strong like a bull because I dig down deep. I get that inner, I get that weight up off me. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong. My dad, my brother, you know what I'm saying? My family, I come from a strong family. Mm-hmm. My cousins, like I said, my family's big.
Right.
Football players, my cousin, no necks, you know what I'm saying? We all just, just wrestlers, you know what I'm saying? Just we just come from that.
Right.
But it just releases me. I mean, you want to be better. You want to be better.
Yeah.
You want to be better, and you want to just be healthy.
Yeah.
You want to be healthy, like what I'm saying. You want to. So people. Another thing, and I'm gonna bring this back real fast. Let me just press the rewind button. Another thing about the pandemic, people. If you out here drinking, smoking, staying out late, eating bad, eating McDonald's, eating everything crazy, and then run and tell somebody, "Hey, put your mask on," because you can't do that.
Wow.
You can't do that.
Wow.
You're not even taking care of yourself right now.
Wow.
Just respect everybody once again.
Yep.
Respect everybody once again
That's
on their
deep.
level. And that's deep. And just respect everybody and say, okay, can you do that? I'm tired of people playing the coronavirus
killing themselves.
Police.
They're killing themselves with the things they're eating and things they're doing. and yet they want you to wear a mask because they think you're gonna kill them, and you're like, bro, you killing yourself every day, and you didn't think about that.
I told my one dude, I was like, bro, you drink every day and you smoke and you smoke mild. You gonna tell me, oh, Elec, man, you need to put. Oh my God! I was like, bro, I love you, but you're killing yourself faster than me right now.
Right.
I was like, you need to get your butt to the gym.
Yeah.
Right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My buddy in Cleveland, I told him, I was like, bro, you always got a mouth. You're always freaking them out. And you always got it. I'm about to get this bottle. And then you got the nerve to have the real Darth Vader mask. Like, hey, this is out here, man. Okay, what you're doing?
What about that?
I feel like
wait a minute.
I feel like you're going like this and be like.
You smoking under your mask, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. It's just like
why you got a makeshift mask already ready next to you? What was that about?
I said, bro, I'll see you later on, man. I love you, man. Peace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still told him I love him.
Yeah.
But I mean, Luke, it's just like working out. You have to be in shape. You got to be ready. You got to be.
Yeah.
You have to just attack it. Like I said, my mind sometimes gets weak. I get weak. I have mental problem. Like Your Story Matters. My buddy Josh, I just did his fashion show, and he raised money for all mental health. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Elec, anytime you want to talk, let me know. But then again, nobody knows because you hear Elec, you hear, oh, this big lovable teddy bear with touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This dude be telling people he love. Okay, have y'all sat down and talked then? No?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People that really know me, like people say, why does dude always say he loved me? That's what we're supposed to do. But you're gonna sit there and say you love God, but then when another man who you can see, you can physically see, tells you they love you, is that weird?
That's exactly what God said to do. Like, you're showing the love of God, and we'd rather read about it than see it. And when we see it, it's uncomfortable because that's not the real society we live in. We don't live in a society of love. We live in a society of hate and jealousy, and it's satanic. It is Satan, meaning opposition of God. It is opposing God's way and God's will and God's plan for the earth. And you're right. All day, and so your love is unusual. I've told you that myself. When I first, you're like, love you, bro. I'm like, we just met. I was like, we love each other already. We thought we just met, Elec. I don't know if I love you yet.
But I mean, what's the
maybe on the next date?
The 5 heartbeats. He said, at the end of the movie, he said, how can a man who says they love God, who he cannot see, not like a man that he can see, who he can't see daily?
Wow.
How?
Man.
That just makes sense. So I just try to practice true love, and I just try to see through the craziness.
Yeah.
And I try to accept everything for what it is. Like I said, after that protest of May 20, I'm strong. My mind is strong.
Yeah.
I just feel good. I mean, I feel good. I mean, there's triggers.
Yeah.
But I just feel good because I went through a lot.
Talk to us a little bit about that protest time. I mean, things went CNN, things went national. I don't think everybody always knows. I think people know pieces of the story. And you don't have to break it all the way down, but help us understand kind of what was going on in that season. And then how did it get national attention? What was the catalyst to some of that?
Man, listen, as of right now, Action 19, they're still playing Me Singing Lean On Me down there.
Wow.
People said, Elec, man, I seen you. I was like, what you talking about? He said, man, I seen you on the protest singing Lean On Me. I was like, oh, that's what's up, man.
Wow.
It's a trigger to me because I know how it made me feel inside.
Interesting.
People that I love.
It's a trigger in a negative way or in a good way? Is it? Okay.
In a negative way.
Okay.
It's kind of both because people that I love and I still love in the city was kind of angry.
They were mad at you.
And but they were just mad. It's like, but then we, everything's cool now. You know what I'm saying? We back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's back and I love them. And, and that bothers when somebody. And I know I said this earlier, who cares? But when somebody that you love,
that you care about,
right? That don't sit with me right. So I make sure everything is right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was just a trigger, Luke. It was just like a trigger, like, oh, that's what's up, man. It's like, okay, I did my thing, leave that alone.
Yeah.
I said my piece, leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? And some people to this day probably is still kind of standoffish about me. I mean, I got a list in my head, bro. I got a list, but I don't put no names on. I'm not what's it called? I got a list of I know who really don't rock with me.
Yep.
They might say, hey, what's up, man? And then keep it moving. Yeah. That's life.
Yeah.
Now I got strong because I'm saying, I got stronger saying, "Hey, Elec, that's life." And my mom said, "Who cares?" My mom said, "Everybody gonna agree with you, Elec." My
Right.
mom said, "Elec, I don't agree with you, son, man, and you're my son,
Right.
but I
Right.
still love you. I still
Yep.
love you, Luke." You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I was like, "Mom, but everybody's mad." I was like, "Mom," my mom said, "Listen, boy, suck that up. God put you on this earth to do this, to say your piece.
Yeah.
You're not. You went down there by yourself. Yeah, like I went down by myself, said my piece, and that's it." But then again, I thought about these children,
Yeah.
and then again, yes, I have to. And a lot of people, you know, they say, "Elec, I understand what you mean, but some of our own kids need you now."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to go back to the basics, Luke. I
Yeah.
need to go just back to the basics. Sometimes you need to do that. And you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I need to go back to basics. And I just, it just took a while. But yeah, that's a trigger, man. It's just like I'm like, okay, cool. Because I don't want to get back to that dark.
Yep.
I was in the dark, when you
We
talked to
talked
me.
about it.
You talked the week after. I was like, I don't want
Yep.
to get back in that dark place. So just leave it alone. Everything's back to cool now.
Yep.
It is what it is. I know who is real
I
fan.
know who's who
Have
now.
my I know who's who now. I know who got my
Yep.
back. I know who loved me. Boom. I'm done with it. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. That was big. That was big. I mean, you made an impact. You made a difference, regardless of what people thought or wanted or saw. I applauded. I celebrated it. I wanted to make sure, and I always think about this too. I want to show love to the posts, to the things that you're doing, because it's like I want to. It's not. Is I want you to know I support you, but I want other people to know. And if they don't like you, they
Oh,
don't
that's
like me.
deep.
That's how I feel. It's like if you don't like Alec, then you don't, probably don't like me. Then if
Wow.
you that so I want to make sure I'm on those. Even just it's something as simple as social media, but it's like I want to show up on those posts to make sure people know in case they trying to figure it out. Oh, he corny because he didn't do this or he did do that or Lucas rocking with him. Oh, I know they boy or whatever. Yes. You know what I mean? Like I want them to know
Right.
that very few people really show the kind of love that you show. Like it's
Right.
absolutely
Right.
unusual. It's something people talk about. Now, you got a special guest at the door? What's going on?
I don't.
What, you got something is happening here live on the Lucas Live Show. Wait a minute, we get an exclusive. I think we're about to get a 2-for-1. What is happening right now?
Man, listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't
Hold
go
on,
to work. Stay tuned. Stay right here.
Let me,
Call off sick, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Peterson, what's up, my man? What's up?
hey, hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
man.
Let me take this off.
All right,
Hold
yeah,
on.
it'll be straight. Yep, you can take the sound up, the mic off. I mean the headphones.
Can you hear me,
Yep,
Luke?
yep. Can hear you good, man. Can hear you good. Yep.
Hold on. Can you hear me, Lucas?
Yes, sir. Yep. Can you hear me? I hear you.
I can hear you good. Can you hear me
You want to
good?
flip? Yep. If you flip this, why don't you flip the phone so we can see it wide angle? Let me see
Hold
if
on.
it flips. We'll see if it may not flip with the orientation. There we go. Let's see. Boom.
You see
All
me?
right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tip it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an exclusive. We have two. Okay, wait. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all don't go anywhere. Y'all don't go anywhere. Mr. Kenny Peterson is in the house. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kenny Peterson. We are excited to have you on the show, my man. What's up? We got a 2-for-1 special. You know what I mean? Like, this is a big day. Kenny, what's going on, my man?
Same old, bro. Just hanging out.
Doing your thing, man. You were showing a lot of love in the comments. What's your take on Elec, man, and what Elec is about and what Elec is doing? You're somebody who's had, who's seen the world, had a level of success, championships, NFL, and now a business owner yourself. But you see this man right here in Canton, Ohio, still representing. What's your take on Elec and what his impact is?
Elec, very inspirational, very motivating. Just a good human being that I've had the privilege to meet and really hang out and really get to know. We need more people like Elec that, authentic, that cares genuinely, that has a genuine heart and just cares genuinely about people, about his community, about society. It's just rare to see that, and we need more of that in this day and age.
For sure. And you guys, you were out there with him at the drum circle that he was doing. So for you, Kenny, as you look around at what's going on, what are your thoughts on the need to make an impact, the need to put yourself out there? Why are you throwing yourself behind these things right now, showing your face in moments like this? Why is it important to you?
because our society, our community needs it.
Yeah.
I've traveled around the world and saw the country and done a lot of things.
Yeah.
And to come back in and to see where it's at right now, from a societal standpoint, just from the areas that I grew up, we need it.
Yeah.
We need more people to come back and be a part of the community, and just not just from a social standpoint, but an economic standpoint as well.
Right.
We need people to come back and you guys touch base on it. We need to come back and help other people up to get to where we are, so that we can become more of a thriving community. So listen, I don't want to take Elec's time.
Hey, but we wanted to hear. We wanted you to co-sign. People thought I was crazy when I say Elec is who he is. You know what I mean? So we appreciate that. If you guys don't know Kenny Peterson, Ohio State Canton McKinley Bulldog, national and state champion with the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, national champion with the Ohio State Buckeyes, NFL player, and now owner of Nothing Bundt Cake here in Canton, Ohio. Everybody around here knows what Nothing Bundt Cake is. If you don't know, crash your diet, break it today, go check it out. Belden Village area, right there on Belden Village. Nothing Bundt Cake, amazing. Thank you for bringing that franchise here, Kenny. You and I got to talk about that one day, about franchising and opportunities and bringing things like that to our communities, because a lot of people don't think they can. You didn't create Nothing Bundt Cake, but you brought it to us, and we appreciate it. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys check that out. So, Kenny, hang here with us if you can. Elec, tell us what you mentioned Kenny today, and you've mentioned him in the past, like somebody who gives you words of wisdom, somebody who's had success as well, because everybody can't talk to you about success and dealing with the mess because everybody hasn't been there. He's been there. Right. What's it like having somebody like him in your corner?
Well, I mean, you got to think he played in the NFL, which is, the NFL is like the music business. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Yeah. I mean, just being honest, Yep. And Kenny, I don't see Kenny as and just because he's sitting there, he knows I speak my mind, and I know he's my neighbor. Kenny is not just a football player; he's a nerd. Like me and my girl we say like Kenny's a nerd. He's not. Yeah, he's born and raised Canton. Right. Canton McKinley Bulldogs from Canton City. Yep. Love the heart of Canton, family, cousin. Kenny is an actual nerd because he's smart, because he's opened my eyes to things that but he's helping me get my business side better. Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to admit that on here live or on Facebook. They want everybody to think everything's everything. Yeah. I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer. Put me on stage, put me in front of anybody, give me the microphone, MC. But then when it comes to paperwork and business, that's why I have a great team. Yeah. Managers, but then it's great to have a big bro where I can just go knock on his door, get a Nothing Bundt Cake, and then he can give me a school.
Nothing Bundt Cake with protein in it, right? You get the protein filled.
He can give me a class, but just economical, just as a black man here in America, just learning how as a black man here in Canton, and as black men in general, us as black men, we have to understand we are cut from the same mold, from the same cloth, but we're not all going to see eye to eye. Yeah. So therefore we're not going to knock out the world with things that we need until we can all stay in one basket and get along, and stay in one unit and get along, and then make a fist. You can't knock a door out with one finger loose. Wow. Full fist. Yep. One pinky loose, you can't do that. If all of us was together, sit down and actually talk, everybody from every part. And believe me, I get people don't mess with people, don't rock with people. I understand that. Yeah. That's national, but the ones that do, the only way we're going to knock anything down and get anything better as a unit, as a community, is if we all say, hey, man, I understand your point. Can you listen to my point? We're good. Shake hands. Let's go eat somewhere. Yep. Decided.
Love it. I to see you guys both here is a big deal. One, it's a big deal for me. I'm honored to have you guys both here, knowing the impact you guys are making in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. Even something, like I said, as simple, Kenny, is what you're doing now. And I love, too, also, Kenny, I see you out here at United Boxing Gym, right? With shout out to Marquise Watkins, another black man doing something in the city, helping people work out. My kids went there and worked out with him. When I got custody of my my two middle kids a couple years ago. They were going to work out with him, and they were dealing with some frustration and some. I mean, to go somewhere and to have a place where you can get in shape and, you know, learn to use your hands and get some of that frustration out is powerful. Kenny, for you now, even, you know, post career, building a business and now supporting somebody else's business, why is now fitness and supporting another business something that you're into right now and playing it live, man? I am not playing my hot, sweaty, I'm struggling workouts on live. I'm like, no, y'all see me here, sitting here looking like I don't already worked out. I don't show nobody the behind the scenes. Why is that something that's important to you? Why'd you do that?
Well, it's me supporting another man's business. You know, I've been blessed in my life and my career immensely, and for me to find Marquise and have the opportunity to go in his workout facility and really connect with him on a personal level.
Yeah.
You know, he shared a few things with me, and I just felt, you know, call it what you want to. I call it the Holy Spirit. He spoke, and I want to bless him in his business. You know, even if it is, you know, at the joke of me, you know, falling.
I saw you fall. I was watching live. You fell off the thing. I don't know why you was on that balance thing, brother.
That was not a cartoon. That was real life.
That was real. That hurt. That really hurt.
So understand, listen, it's kind of what Elec is talking about. You know, we have to build each other up. You know, too many times we've heard the same old story about, you know, going into and not so necessarily putting the color thing on it, but going into black businesses. It's a black business. Listen, we have to support small business, period.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, if I can help somebody else grow and be successful, that's what I want to do. Because what does that do to our community? All that does is just strengthen our community.
Yes.
And so, listen, with your show, with Marquise and everybody else out there who are entrepreneurs, we have to have more support in those things.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's part of the reason why I do it.
I love it. I mean, that's a big deal because a lot of times people have gone off, again, when we go off and have a level of success, people forget where they came from. People don't come back and sow into the cities that they're from. People come back and see people who are still here doing local things as small local people. And we don't say, I'm going to invest my time and my dollars and my energy back into the city. So that's so big. It's easy to talk about these kids are crazy and they shooting each other. No, they don't see any different. If they don't see a Kenny Peterson holding a championship trophy to coming back here building a business in the same community, if they don't see Elec out there with the Cavs and traveling all over the country and coming back here sitting his bucket down in the middle of the city right out there in front of everybody and just doing his thing, they're never going to believe that they can be anything other than thugs, because the thugs don't leave. They stay right there and they can see them and they are their role models. So we have to be role models out here. And it's a powerful, powerful thing for us all to be together here today and able to do this. Gentlemen, I don't know if you guys, what your time is like, if y'all have a few more minutes. Okay, people are, a lot of people in the comments excited. Shout out to, of course, my producer, Amanda Jean Dukes. Shout out to Amanda Dukes. She's excited because we got a 2-for-1 interview. She's like, we doing it here on Lucas Live. So she's excited. Tasha Ellis.
Let me interject one quick second.
Yes.
That Elec and I talk about is want to do some type of forum for young Americans, young African Americans, and show them how you become successful. Just like what you just said, as far as, you know, when they see me when I was at Ohio State hold a trophy and on Sundays playing.
Yep.
Listen, understand that you can get there from here.
Yes, okay? That's big.
It doesn't have to be in a path of playing a sport, whatever the case may be. We have very successful people that has come from these streets, these same schools, everything else. I mean, you name them. I mean, Tony, Steve. I mean, these people are very successful, culinary, music. I mean, whatever you want to do, you can get there from here.
Yes.
That's what I want to tell everybody. And it is not hard as what we think it is.
Yes.
So listen, I digress. What I really want to do is Luke, you and I gotta coordinate so I can time and Elec can come on my
right. I'm gonna pick up on your episode.
Share my story. I want to share, how I got to be where I am and give credit to those who helped me get there. Because listen, you will never say I did this by myself. Because listen, first of all, my Lord and Savior, He's the first one that I got to give props to, because
Amen.
who I am, be where I am today
Yes.
if it wasn't for him. Secondly, I got to give it props to my mom and my grandma and everybody along the way. But listen, it's not the KP story; it's the Elec story. But I wanna do something with you guys as far as getting on there and talking about business ventures.
Yes.
How do we grow? How do we develop these young people? And do something like that if you're interested.
Man, Kenny, I can't wait to do it. Love to do it anytime. Your story, I think, is phenomenal. I think it's something that people need to hear. And I don't think people know enough and hear about and the various levels of success and then how you're succeeding still and now empowering others for us all to come together and do some things. I was just telling Elec, as these kids, many of them are going virtual. I know Canton City just said at least the first 2 weeks are going to be virtual. Who knows? I think a lot of these schools are going to open and then close and maybe reopen. I don't know what's going to happen, but we know there's a virtual presence and there's things like this we can do just like this. We could all come together in studio together as well and do some things to educate the children, talk to the school districts and say, hey, we're going live or we're going to be on this platform or let us onto your platform these days, twice a month or whatever. And we want to educate these kids. We want to show them that they can get there from here. We want to show them some drum lessons. We want to talk to them about business. We want to do a virtual tour of Nothing But Cake and say, hey, I was playing football right over there at Kent McKinley, and now I'm over here building a business. So love to have you. Love to tell those stories. Elec, I want to continue to make sure that your story is being told. I don't think people know enough. I appreciate so much your openness and honesty about even the struggles you have and even mental health, even as recent as yesterday, dealing with some feelings.
And just like you said on the phone, when you called me, when you texted me at midnight and I called you, like 11, I remember now, I'm laughing now, it was like 11:53, it was like, I'm like, wow. And you said, Elec, I need, blah, blah, blah. And I said, Luke, you said, Elec, the world needs you. And people don't understand. Like, I'm not afraid. I don't get a picture. I won't get a picture of Denzel or Leonardo DiCaprio or Angela Bassett or Will Smith and type a meme and then post it. I'm going to tell you how I feel through a live, or I'm going to tell you through a post, or I'm going to type it out myself. I'm not going to hide behind memes. I've got to just be honest with people. Like, I have mental breakdowns. I have anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. And it's going to help somebody else out there because a lot of people think they can't be real with people on Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook, Instagram can be the devil, but it can also be great. But it can be the devil. You have to know why. And then, like, even on my wall, it says no negativity, please, on Facebook, because now Facebook, I'm to the point I post and then I run. I just post and then just leave because deal with this. It seems like Facebook is turning into a place where people can say what they want to say and run,
duck and hide. Yes.
Just wake up in the morning and say, oh, who can I just hate on today? Let me see. Oh, father walking his daughter to school. How come you had to take that route?
Right.
And like just something small, just something small.
Oh, right. Why'd you take her every day? Why you just doing it on daddy-daughter day?
Listen, don't let people, including Lucas, including you, I always add you when I talk to people. Don't let people steal. Like, I let people steal mine for them a couple months. But I'm back. I'm still standing. So thank you, Luke, for always having me, bro. I love you, man.
Absolutely. Love you too, man. I appreciate you, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much. This was a special show. Elec, thank you as always for sharing the education, motivation, liberation. That's what this show is about, dedicated to my mom, Miss Vivian Tyndale. Thank you for helping me get her name tattooed on both my arms. She's always by my side. Thank you for pointing me in the right direction, for somebody who can help me out. I also have the words more to do. I have these tattoos here with some scriptures to remind me that when I'm weak, then I'm strong. 2 Corinthians teaches us that when I'm weak physically, when I'm weak emotionally, when I'm weak spiritually, then I'm strong, because God said his strength is made perfect in weakness. So I tattooed those on my biceps years ago to remind me no matter how strong or weak I am, my strength is made perfect. His strength is made perfect in my weakness. And then I got more to do because my mom, before she died, said, I don't really think it's my time to go. I just feel like I have more to do. And then she died, and I thought, well, I have more to do then, right? I got more to do for the rest of my life because she died with more to do. She prepared me to do the work that she was to do, and I'm going to live it out in every way I can. So thank you guys so much for the love, the support.
Thank you, Luke.
We'll be in touch.
We got to go pick out a motorcycle so you can ride next to me.
Hey, man, let me know when. Make sure you call my wife first. Call my wife. get the assurance from my wife before I get the insurance from Geico, because we got to make sure she cool with it, and then we'll get the motorcycle.
We're gonna get you some leather, man. On the day I was born.
I'll be bad to the bone, brother. I'm ready to roll. Now, did Kenny get one? Make sure Kenny get one first, because I don't.
Kenny got no ink, man.
Oh well, what about the motorcycle though? I mean, maybe
he ain't got that either.
No?
Kenny's a nerd. He's a businessman.
I'm gonna be right, but I'm gonna get my bike right after Kenny. Right after Kenny gets
He's
here.
a champ.
Listen.
He's from the NFL, but he's a smart. Like, y'all got to know Kenny outside of knocking people's head unconscious on the field.
Right.
He is a book.
My head
burner.
still ain't right from practice at McKinley. I don't know. My head ain't right. He didn't ring my bell about 27,000 times.
Well, I promise I didn't do that on purpose.
Okay. If my questions don't come off right, it's because I was on the scout team my sophomore year. I believe it was the #1 team in the nation, anchored by this tight end, defensive end, Kenny Peterson, this national sensation who was getting offers from everywhere. And he would come on. He was the tight end, and I had to play defensive end on the scout team. And every time he came off the ball, he'd be like, "Don't move." I'd be like, all right. He'd be like, basically like, don't do nothing extra. Don't be trying to show off out here. And he would come off the ball. I'd be like, all right, boom. And he would just hit me and stand there. And he did his thing. I'm like, what day is it? Wait, what happened? Wait, was that a helmet? Wait, I think that's helmet to helmet. Wasn't no such thing back then. It's all good. I still know how to add. My brain is a little messed up, but I'm cool. I'm not going.
Lucas, I appreciate you playing the role and getting me to who I am today, bro. I appreciate it.
I did see everybody has a role. Sometimes that's a word right there. Sometimes you got to be the scout team for somebody and help them prepare for their future. Amen.
That's right. Thank you, man. I love you, bro.
Thank you. Love you too, man. Thank you guys so much.
I'm good for you. And like I said, hey, be careful. Be careful. And people out there, the last thing I'm going to say before we sign off is your haters will whisper your success, but they'll shout your failures. They'll shout everything that you're doing wrong. They're going to tell everybody, but everything that you do right, they're going to just whisper it.
Yeah.
So just keep that. And I've seen that. I've seen that somewhere.
Yep.
And just keep with you and watch out for phony love and the humbleness. When people say they're humble, let's see how humble you really are, and you still support people that don't support you.
That's big.
Oh, that's big.
Huge.
And I do that to this day.
Love it. Keep doing it. Thank you guys so much.
Never let someone steal your joy. That's what my mom used to tell me when I was a kid. Never let somebody take your joy.
That's big.
No matter what.
Now, y'all hear that? That's for everybody. Like, the 2-for-1. I don't know if this has ever happened on the Lucas.
No. This is never. We never had it. Especially not an impromptu. Somebody came on set cameo. This is big. This is big.
You told me to answer the door. He said, Elec, is somebody at the door?
I know, because he said it on the thing. He said it in the comments, answer the door. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, and I know they neighbors. I'm like, is he telling him to answer the door? I didn't want to say it on the show. Like, Elec, somebody at your door, brother. What are you doing? Like, we in the middle of an interview. I didn't know, but it worked out great. Appreciate it so much, fellas. Thank you guys so much to our live audience. Thank you guys to people watching this by replay. Thank you guys so much. Keep rocking with us. Keep watching. We're going to keep bringing you guys education, motivation, liberation. We'll keep bringing you great guests, telling you guys great stories, and doing everything we can to make a difference. We all know we have more to do. Everybody have